Hello, we are in Chapter 8 of All About the USA, and we're reviewing famous American writers. We have 3 here in the book: Mark Twain, Harper Lee, and Stephen King. Okay. The first one here is Mark Twain. So, famous American writers, Mark Twain, Chapter 8. One of America's best writers, Mark Twain, was born Samuel Langhorne Clemens in Florida, Missouri. His family moved to Hannibal, Missouri in 1839, and he grew up swimming, fishing, and playing near the Mississippi River, which is probably the most important river in America. As an adult, he became a steamboat pilot and met many interesting characters on the river. Later, as a writer, he expressed the American spirit in his books, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Twain wrote with humor, and his books are still popular today. So, yeah, those are the 2 big ones from Mark Twain. Harper Lee. Neil Harper Lee was born in Monroe, Alabama on the 28th of April, 1926. She only published 1 book, To Kill a Mockingbird, based on racism in her hometown in the 1930s. Surprisingly, her book became an immediate bestseller, and she received a Pulitzer Prize for it in 1961. 1 year later, Universal Pictures also made a film of it. It won 3 Oscars, 3 Golden Globes. In 1999, readers of the Library Journal voted To Kill a Mockingbird the best novel of the century. Today, there are more than 30 million copies in print, and it's always high on the bestseller list. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. And then Stephen King. Stephen King is a very popular writer of horror stories. He also writes suspense, science fiction, and fantasy novels. King was born in Portland, Maine, and began to write stories at the age of 7. He always enjoyed science fiction and monster films. His first book, Carrie, was very successful, and King stopped doing his other jobs and concentrated on writing. Many of his books are now films, including Carrie, Salem's Lot, The Shining, Misery, The Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, and The Mist. Stephen King, very, very, very popular and famous today. So, I hope you guys are doing well. We have the one word to review is steamboat. Steamboat is an old type of boat that used to go along. Well, I think there were also steamboats that crossed the ocean, but they were really popular along the river, and they'd be kind of like cruise ships. But there are also different kinds that they did different transport for products and other things too, and just for transporting people. Steamboat, it's a boat that ran off steam. And that was before diesel motors and gas motors and nuclear submarines came around. The steamboat had a big wheel that kind of went around, and it moved the boat, and steam moved the big wheel. Anyway, that's kind of cool. Anyway, we'll see you later. Bye.